13 is going to introduce us to another time signature. Luckily, the 4 still remains on the bottom. That means that we still have the quarter note getting the beat. But this time we only have 2 beats in a measure instead of 4 beats usually happening in the measure. So this time we'll just count 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, rest 2, 1, 2. Right, you're not going to have any whole notes in there because there's only 2 counts in a measure. So to do this one, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Repeat, hopefully pretty easy for you. Remember to draw your brace and your treble clef and your bass clef. Cool. And then same thing, except this time with 3 beats in a measure instead of 2 or 4 beats in a measure, but our quarter note's still getting the beat. So doing these ones, we could have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then number 1 here, maybe try by yourself first. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Again, right, just writing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Really helpful to count the 2 even though you're not playing the 2 in this measure, right? That just helps you keep the time, basically. So there's 3, 4. Usually in songs like waltzes, right? Ba-da-bup, ba-da-bup, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then finally we have the dotted half note. So anytime you see a dot after a note, the dot is basically half of the original value. So if our original value is 2 in a half note, it's worth 2 counts, then the dot would add half of 2, which is 1. So 2 plus 1 is 3. So 3 counts for the dotted half note. Right, if I were to add half of a quarter note, that would be a little eighth note, so then you'd play this for like a quarter and a half. Or if I were to add a dot to a whole note is 4 counts. Half of 4 is 2. So 2 plus 4 is 6, so you'd hold that for 6 counts. But they just introduced them one at a time, which is kind of nice. So for this situation, you just need to know 3 counts for your dotted half note. So for this top measure here, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I mean, usually songs stay in the same time signature. Like you notice there's the nice double bar at the end. This is actually meaning that the song is over. But sometimes they actually do change time signatures partway through. They'll just maybe sound less regular, maybe a little bit more disjointed. Okay. Yeah, same thing here, just adding the dotted half note. And then for homework, prove to me that you know all of this by completing the review of lessons 13 through 15.